In a move that has sent shockwaves through Washington and beyond, President Joe Biden has pardoned his son, Hunter Biden. This unprecedented decision comes after years of legal troubles for Hunter, culminating in federal charges related to gun possession and tax evasion. The pardon, announced on December 1, 2024, has ignited a firestorm of controversy, with critics accusing the president of abusing his power and supporters praising his compassion. This situation is deeply personal for Joe Biden. He has repeatedly referred to Hunter's struggles with addiction, painting a picture of a father's unwavering love for his son. In his official statement, President Biden declared, "Enough is enough." He argued that the relentless investigations into Hunter were politically motivated, aimed at inflicting damage on his presidency. However, the timing of the pardon, coming just weeks after a contentious presidential election, has raised eyebrows. Some argue that it casts a shadow over the Biden administration and raises questions about its commitment to justice. The pardon has undoubtedly thrown a wrench into the already polarized political landscape, deepening the divide between those who stand with the president and those who see his actions as a betrayal of trust. The question on everyone's mind is simple yet profound. Was this a father's act of love or a president's abuse of power? The answer, like most things in Washington, is far from clear-cut. Hunter Biden's legal troubles have been no secret. His struggles with addiction, particularly crack cocaine, have been well documented, often playing out in the public eye. These personal demons became entangled with legal woes, culminating in federal charges. The most serious of these were related to a firearm purchase. Hunter, despite his history of drug use, lied on a federal form, stating he was not a user of any illegal substances. This, coupled with tax evasion charges, painted a picture of a man seemingly operating outside the law. In 2023, a plea deal offered a glimmer of hope, a potential end to the legal nightmare. It would have required Hunter to plead guilty to misdemeanor tax crimes and accept pretrial diversion for the gun charge. This agreement, however, fell apart when Judge Mary Ellen Noreika, a Trump appointee, raised concerns about the terms. This collapse thrust Hunter's case back into the spotlight, further fueling the political firestorm. The subsequent guilty plea to tax charges in June 2024, followed by the firearm charge conviction, seemed to seal Hunter's fate. He faced a potential 42-year sentence, though experts deemed such a harsh punishment unlikely. This legal saga, playing out against the backdrop of his father's presidency, provided ample ammunition for Joe Biden's political opponents. Hunter Biden became a lightning rod for criticism, his every move scrutinized, his every misstep amplified. President Biden's decision to pardon his son has ignited fierce debate. In his address to the nation, Biden framed the pardon as an act of compassion, a father's desperate attempt to shield his son from what he perceived as an unjust and politically motivated prosecution. He argued that Hunter, already battling addiction, had become a pawn in a larger political game, targeted solely because of his last name. "They tried to break him," Biden stated, his voice heavy with emotion. "They wanted to break me, but I won't let them." This statement, raw and heartfelt, resonated with those who saw a father pushed to his limit, willing to do anything to protect his child. However, critics argue that Biden's actions reek of favoritism, a blatant abuse of power. They point to the timing of the pardon, so close to the election, as evidence that this was a calculated move, designed to neutralize a political liability. They argue that no matter how sympathetic Hunter's struggles, no one, not even the president's son, should be above the law. The pardon has undoubtedly deepened the partisan divide in the country. Whether Biden's decision will ultimately be judged by history as an act of love or an abuse of power remains to be seen. One thing, however, is certain: the debate surrounding Hunter Biden's pardon will continue to rage on. The political fallout from Hunter Biden's pardon has been swift and severe. Republicans, already critical of the Biden administration, have seized on the issue, accusing the president of blatant nepotism and corruption. "This isn't justice. It's a cover-up," proclaimed Stephen Chung, a spokesperson for former President Donald Trump. Trump himself, never one to shy away from a fight, took to his social media platform, Truth Social, to denounce the pardon. "Such an abuse and miscarriage of justice," he wrote, further inflaming his base and exacerbating the already tense political climate. Comparisons to past presidential pardons, particularly those involving family members, are inevitable. Bill Clinton's pardon of his half-brother, Roger, for a drug conviction, and Donald Trump's pardon of Charles Kushner, Jared Kushner's father, for tax evasion, immediately come to mind. These acts of clemency, while controversial in their own right, differ significantly from Biden's pardon of Hunter. Neither Roger Clinton nor Charles Kushner was facing potential prosecution at the time of their pardons, unlike Hunter Biden. The debate over the pardon has laid bare the deep divisions within American society. It has become a Rorschach test, with individuals interpreting the situation through the lens of their own political beliefs. The pardon will undoubtedly have a lasting impact on Joe Biden's legacy, casting a long shadow over his presidency. Only time will tell how history will ultimately judge this controversial decision.